Okay, question 5, 7 marker. We've got this big function here. Notice that it's a top-heavy fraction. Top-heavy because the power on the top is bigger than or equal to the power underneath. Whenever that happens, you're probably going to need to do polynomial long division to get yourself started, which is exactly what this is looking for here. So first job is to divide x squared take 2x take 15 into x to the 4 plus 2x cubed take 29x squared 47x and 77. Okay, so we'll go through the process of polynomial long division. We're going to ask what we times x squared by to give x to the power of 4, which is x squared. We're then going to multiply this by each of these three things and put it under here. So that's x to the 4 minus 2x cubed minus 15x squared. We're then going to subtract what we've written down here from here. Now be careful with your minuses. Really easy to mess up here. X to the 4 minus x to the 4 is obviously 0. 2x cubed, take away negative 2x cubed is positive 4x cubed. Minus 29x squared minus 15 is going to be minus 29 plus 15, so that's minus 14x squared. And then minus 47x and plus 77. We then start the whole process again. We say, what do we times x squared by to give us 4x cubed? The answer to that is positive 4x. We then multiply positive 4x by all of this. We're going to get 4x cubed. We are going to get minus 8x squared. We're going to get minus 60x. And we subtract that. This is going to be 0 again. Minus 14 plus 8 is minus 6x squared. Minus 47 plus 60 is 13x. And we've got the 77. X squared into minus 6x squared is minus 6, which goes down here. Minus 6 times minus 2x is positive 12x. And minus 6 times minus 15 is positive 90. Subtract that. And we have an x and a minus 13. Because that power here is now lower than this power, we're finished. What we've got up here is known as our quotient, and that's going to be this px squared plus qr plus qx plus r. We're going to need to do a little bit more work to get this. For now, we can say that f of x can be written as the quotient, so the top bit, the x squared plus 4x takes 6, plus the remainder, which is this bit down here, over the original divisor, this x squared take 2x take 15. Now that's not looking the way we want it yet. We've got p, q and r. Notice this is two single fractions with a linear denominator. That is because what we have here can now be split into partial fractions. So we're now going to split x minus 13 over x squared take 2x take 15 into partial fractions. We need linear denominators, and this comes from this expression here being factorised. So we had x squared take 2x take 15, which is hopefully what they gave us before. It's going to be a 5 and a 3, and it's going to be a minus and a plus. Is that what they had? My x minus 5 and x plus 3? Yes, it is. Let's do it in their order. They had the plus 3 first. doesn't really make much difference, but now the A's and the B's, or the V's and the W's, will match up with the mark scheme. So, solving partial fractions, we multiply both sides. This should be an identity. This is the same as this. We multiply both sides by the denominator. That's going to remove it from the left-hand side, and it's going to produce an A times an x minus 5 and a B times an x plus 3, because the other bracket has cancelled with the denominator. To work out A and B, we then choose sensible substitutions. Because this is an identity, because it's true for all values of x, we can just kind of zoom in on particular values of x that make the equation, the identity, simplify nicely down to something easy that will help us work out A and B. Usually we make the bracket one at a time worth 0. So the first thing I'm going to do is let x equal 5. When x equals 5, the left, we're going to get 5 minus 13, which is negative 8. And on the right, the first bracket's going to be worth 0, so A will go, and we'll be left with B times this bracket, which is going to be 8, which tells us that B is worth negative 1. Do the same thing again, but make the second bracket disappear, so let x equal negative 3. Negative 3 take 13 is negative 16. First bracket's going to stay this time. I'm going to have minus 3 take 5, which is minus 8. So A will be minus 16 over minus 8, which is positive 2. Okay, we've finished now. We can write f of x out fully. We can now replace what we've got here by 2 over x plus 3 minus 1 over x take 5. So final answer is going to be that f of x can be written as that original quotient, so x squared plus 4x take 6, was it? Yep. Plus 2 over x plus 3 minus 1 over x take 5.